Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro was born on February 5, 1985 in the São Pedro parish of Funchal, the capital of the Portuguese island of Madeira, and grew up in the nearby parish of Santo Antonio. He is the fourth and youngest child of Maria Dolores dos Santos Viveiros de Aveiro, a cook, and José Denise Aveiro, a municipal gardener and part-time kit man. His great-grandmother on his father's side, Isabel de Piedade, was from the island of São Vicente, Cape Verde. He has one older brother, Hugo, and two older sisters, Elma and Liliana Katya. He was named after actor and US President Ronald Reagan, whom his father was a fan of. His mother revealed that she wanted to abort him due to poverty, his father's alcoholism, and having too many children already, but her doctor refused to perform the procedure, as abortions were illegal in Portugal at that time. Ronaldo grew up in an impoverished Roman Catholic home, sharing a room with all his siblings. As a child, Ronaldo played for Andorinha from 1992 to 1995, where his father was the kit man, and later spent 2 years with Nassr. In 1997, aged 12, he went on a 3-day trial with Sporting CP.
Sair com 12 anos da Madeira e ir para Lisboa, uma cidade diferente, a capital. Lembro-me, ao sair de casa, os meus irmãos a chorar, a minha mãe, mesmo o próprio pai estava mais sensível nesse dia, mas que sabiam que era uma oportunidade que eu queria na vida. My parents, to leave a kid with 11, it's a big thing. I cried every day to miss my family.
At age 16, Ronaldo was promoted from Sporting's youth team by first-team manager Laszlo Ballon, who was impressed with his dribbling. He subsequently became the first player to play for the club's under-16, under-17 and under-18 teams, the B team and the first team, all within a single season. Sporting CPB was the first team in his senior career, where he debuted in a 2-1 away loss against Sport Clube Lusitania on September 1, 2002, in a game for the Segunda Divisão B Championship played in the Azores. On September 29, 2002, Ronaldo made his debut in the Primeira Liga, playing for Sporting CP's main team against Braga, and on 7 October, he scored 2 goals against Moreirense in their 3-0 win. Over the course of the 2002-03 season, his representatives suggested the player to Liverpool manager Gerard Houllier and Barcelona president Joan Laporta. Manager Arsene Wenger, who was interested in signing Ronaldo, met with him at Arsenal Stadium in November to discuss a possible transfer. Manchester United manager Alex Ferguson was determined to acquire Ronaldo on a permanent move urgently, after Sporting defeated United 3-1 at the inauguration of the Estadio José Alvalade in August 2003. Initially, United had planned to sign Ronaldo and loan him back to Sporting for a year. Having been impressed by him, the United players urged Ferguson to sign him. After the game, Ferguson agreed to pay Sporting £12.24 million for what he considered to be one of the most exciting young players he had ever seen. A decade after his departure from the club, in April 2013, Sporting honored Ronaldo by selecting him to become their 100,000th member.
Well-known name, Cristiano Ronaldo. How old was he when you first came across him?
17 he was.
And how did he first hit your radar screen?
It's a great story because I had Carlos Queiroz as my assistant, and Carlos, of course, is a Portuguese. And he thought it would be a good idea for us to have an association, a relationship with the Sporting Lisbon, because he'd been there as a kid, and he was from Lisbon. And he set it up. And what we were doing then was sharing coaching. So we would send coaches over there, and they would send coaches to us. And Jim Ryan, who was head of our youth department at the time, youth scouting rather, he came back and says, well, I've seen a player. And he was playing centre forward in the youth team at the time. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Mm-hmm.
So I says to Carlos, I says, you know, would be a good idea if maybe we had a bigger relationship here. And he spoke to the president, and the deal was that we couldn't get him the next year, but we could get him 2 years from then. Then Carlos left me the next year. We had promised through the association with him, the relationship, we'd open a new stadium.
This is at Sporting Lisbon.
Sporting, that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
And we flew from the States, from here, to Lisbon and played the game. And Cristiano's playing outside left against John O'Shea, and the poor souls, he's got tortured blood. Tell me honestly. He's absolutely annihilated. And I'm up there going, John, get up against him. He says, I can't. So I get my kit manager, says, get up there to the director's box and get Peter Kenyon down right away at half time. So Peter Kenyon came down. I said, we're not leaving here.
Peter Kenyon was the then chief executive of United.
That time.
Yeah.
And says, we're not leaving here without that boy in the plane.
FA Community Shield, but in time for their game against Bolton Wanderers on the opening day of the 2003-04 season, and made him the first Portuguese player to sign for the club. Although he requested the number 28, his number at Sporting, he received the squad number 7 shirt, which had previously been worn by such United players as George Best, Eric Cantona, and David Beckham. Wearing the number 7 became an extra source of motivation for Ronaldo. A key element in his development during his time in England proved to be Ferguson, of whom he later said, "He's been my father in sport, one of the most important and influential factors in my career." Ronaldo made his debut as a substitute in a 4-0 home win over Bolton Wanderers in the Premier League on August 16, 2003, and received a standing ovation when he came on for Nicky Butt. His performance earned praise from Best, who hailed it as undoubtedly the most exciting debut he had ever seen. Ronaldo scored his first goal for Manchester United with a free kick in a 3-0 win over Portsmouth on 1st of November. 3 more league goals followed in the second half of the campaign, the last of which came against Aston Villa on the final day of the season, a match in which he also received the first red card of his career. Ronaldo ended his first season in English football by scoring the opening goal in United's 3-0 win over Millwall in the 2004 FA Ronaldo scored a total of 42 goals in all competitions during the 2007-08 season, his most prolific campaign during his time in England. He missed 3 matches after headbutting a Portsmouth player at the start of the season, an experience he said taught him not to let